Hey guys, welcome to Holiday Burn Session 3, Med Ball. Today I'll be using a 10-pound med ball, but use whatever you have at home. Let's start off with diaphragm breathing. Place your hands on your rib cage and take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to do 2 more. Again, in through your nose, all the way to your belly. Deep breath, exhale through your mouth. One more time. Deep inhale through your nose and out through your mouth. Nice job. Get those holiday stresses out. Up next, let's get on all fours and we're going to do some cat-cow breathing. As you inhale, arch your back and tuck your tailbone under. Exhale and scoop your lower back, tilting your tailbone the opposite direction. Keep your arms quiet. You want to focus on everything in your spine, along with your breathing. Inhale, lift, exhale, tilt. Just a few rounds here to get our spine nice and loose and our breathing under control. It's important to have a nice mobile spine. It'll help with your posture and your movement and help keep you injury free. Well done. Go ahead and curl the toes underneath you. Drive your hips up towards the ceiling and shift back. You should feel a stretch in your arms and in your calves or the back of your legs. If you like, you can pedal your feet and focus on stretching one leg, then the other. Just a reminder that I'll demonstrate all the workouts today, all the exercises, so you can stick with me, but know that your movements are going to look different from my movements, and that's okay. All right, bring it on down to an upward dog. If you can, flatten your toes out and let your hips drop to the floor. This will stretch out your hips. Curl your toes back underneath and drive the hips back up into down dog. Let's do that a few times. Take 2 deep breaths in down dog and then come on down to upward dog and take 2 deep breaths. Pull those shoulders away from your ears. A huge part of these holiday sessions are to help relieve stress. Your breath is something you can always control. Curl the toes back underneath, drive the hips up. Take a few more deep breaths in down dog. Still warming everything up, focused on mobility and breathing and activation. Excellent work. Up next, we're going to do some bird dogs. So head on back to that all fours position. Extend your left arm and right leg. Touch your left elbow to your right knee before extending again. Try to exhale as you touch the knee to elbow. Inhale as you open up. This works core stability. It's one of my favorites to do at the beginning of a workout because it wakes up your core. It's a nice rotation or rotary core movement and really helps with stability. Get that breathing under control. Almost done. Excellent. Switch sides. We'll do 10. So now the right arm is out, the left leg back, elbow touches knee. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. Like I mentioned, I'll do all the repetitions with you, but don't be afraid to hit pause if I'm going too fast for you. It's all about making this workout your experience and making it fit for you. Everyone's got different strengths and weaknesses and different amounts of mobility, etc. So if you need more rest, more time to get a movement, just hit pause. All right, and we're going to move on to one of our final warm-up movements, which is a feet elevated bridge. If you're new to working out, you can do this without putting your foot up on the med ball. You could just do a regular single leg glute bridge. Okay, if you want to try it, place your foot in the middle of the ball and press up. Now, it can roll out from underneath of you, so make sure your foot's firmly planted on the top of the ball. Just doing 5 a side. It's pretty hard. Again, if you're new to working out, don't do this on a ball. Your foot could slip out and it probably won't feel too good. Just 5 a side. Well done. Now our glutes are activated, our core is activated, and we're ready to rock and roll. Breathing's under control, all the good things. Place the ball between your knees, feet flat on the ground, knees bent. Exhale and lift your hips off the ground, squeezing the ball as you do so. We're doing 20 total reps, but you can just follow along with me. I'll count for you. This exercise works your inner thighs, your glutes, and your core. We'll do everything twice today. Reminder to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. That's why I started with that diaphragm breathing, so you could keep it present through your entire workout. Almost there. Great work. Grab the ball and extend your legs out. Bring the ball over your head. If you're new to working out, you might try this without a ball too. Bring the ball up and lift your shoulders up off the floor. We're just going to do these on the right side. Lift your shoulders and lift the ball up towards your leg. It's okay if your leg doesn't come up as high as mine, or if you can't touch the ball to your leg. If you feel any pain in your lower back, do this body weight. Almost there. Switch sides. Remember to curl those shoulders off the floor. Lift your leg, drive the ball to your knee or towards your knee. You don't have to touch it just yet. Every time you do this workout, you'll get a little stronger. We're coming up on the end, and I'm going to throw a challenge at you. Give it a try if you can. All right, let's try that challenge. Drive the ball towards both legs. A V up for 5, for 4. Both legs now. 3, 2. Try it if you can. And 1. Well done. Those are really tough. Up next, we're going to work our rotation muscles with a half kneeling chop. So all you need to do is extend one knee in front of you, take the ball, and lift it over your shoulder. The same knee that's forward is the same shoulder you'll lift from. You'll chop down towards your opposing hip, down towards the knee that's already on the floor. Inhale up, exhale chop. Inhale up, exhale chop. We're doing 12 per side, and this exercise is great because it's a multi-planar movement that really builds some strength in the legs, the arms and the core. Very good. Switch legs. All right, ball to the opposite shoulder now, and rotate. As you bring the ball down, think about decelerating it or slowing it down. Gravity's going to want to pull that ball down quickly, but try to hug it tightly close to your hip and slow your movement down there. Chop down and control. Chop down, control. You might feel your arms on this one depending on how heavy your ball is. Lift and then chop. Lift and then chop. Great work, guys. That's one of my favorites. Okay, go ahead and come back down to the ground, and we're going to do a med ball bridge. Back to the beginning. So you've done these before now. We're going to do 20 reps again, but now you know what to do. Squeeze the ball with those inner thighs. Press the hips off the ground. Again, you're working inner thighs or your adductors, your glutes, and your core. This workout focuses a lot on your core, but you're still going to get a lot of leg and upper body workouts too. Never once will you go through a day just using your arms or just using your legs or just using your core. A good functional person or athlete can you do all three at once and do it well. Well done. Grab the ball. Let's try those pikes. We'll do a set on the right side, the left side, and we'll try that challenge set at the end now. You can always drop the ball for the challenge set if you'd like. I just want you to try to push yourself here at the beginning of the workout. We've only got 25 minutes today, and we're going to make the most of every minute, so really push yourself today. And switch sides. Well done. Challenge time. Let's do 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and last one. Well done. It's time for those half kneeling chops. Grab the ball, Lift that ball up and over the shoulder and control it down. 12 aside. Again, since this is our second time around, I trust that you've gotten familiar with these exercises and can execute them a little bit more efficiently, sometimes more forcefully. Perhaps you've got some heavier or lighter weights laying around that you'd like to try swapping in that might feel more appropriate to you. And I encourage you to do that and to make those decisions and really own this workout. Let's switch sides here and work those strong rotation muscles. Again, lift and chop. Lift, working the lats and the arm muscles, and then chop using your rotational core muscles. I've mentioned working in a few planes of movement in my past workouts, and this is one of those movements that requires lifting up, rotating, and working side to side at times. So I try to incorporate movements from all three planes of movement, and sometimes exercises like this one that incorporate all three at once. So there you go. Let's move on to a new circuit, shall we? Place your hands on the ball and get in plank position. Slowly draw one knee in towards the ball and then the other. We're going to break this series down into a few parts, starting with a nice controlled, slow mountain climber with their hands on the ball. Next, let's do rotational. So you're going to drive your knee to the opposite elbow. We're doing 10 of each type of climber. Up next is wide. Draw your knee to the same elbow. Left knee to left elbow, right knee to right elbow. Lastly, we're going to go fast, 10 per side. So try to bust out 20 right in a row. Go, 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 go. You can do it. I know it burns. Hang in there, get your heart rate up, and rest. Woo! Well done. Those ones always challenge me. And the ball adds a new element. You don't have to use that. If that was too challenging, you can do regular mountain climbers. All right, let's place the ball between our knees, firmly between our knees, and then cross your feet. If you don't really squeeze that ball, the ball will pop out and bop you in the nose. We don't want any bopping. Try to lift your lower back off the floor as you do these reverse crunches. These ones are great for building strength in your hip flexors and lower abs. You can also do these without the ball if it starts to feel like too much with the ball. You're doing great out there, guys. Feel the burn in the abs. Good stuff. All right, up next, I've got two levels for you. If you've got a shoulder injury, I want you to just do regular old chest presses with the ball laying on your back. Otherwise, if you're able to do push-ups, I want you to try the med ball push-up. So if you're doing level 1, just keep going with chest presses this whole time. Okay? Now here's how you do a med ball push-up. Kneeling first, I'll demonstrate that one. Just do a push-up with one hand on the ball, then roll it over. The key is to keep your core tight so your hips don't sneak up. Okay, that's your kneeling version. Now if you'd like to do full push-ups, follow me here. I'm going to do 10 of these. Follow along with me if you're doing kneeling, or if you're doing chest presses, just keep rocking on those. Get some endurance in. This one works on definitely building strength in your shoulders and your coordination, in your chest and biceps, and in your core. Notice too that my feet are wide. That's going to give me a nice stable base for doing these push-ups. So place the feet just outside the shoulders. Those are all of our levels. Rock it out, whichever one you choose. Well done. Now the tough piece, going back through this. So starting with our mountain climber series, slow and controlled for 10, rotational for 10, wide for 10, 10 on each side really fast. 10 controlled. Try to breathe. This is a tough circuit, especially after doing that push-up or chest press. All right, rotational. Knee to opposite elbow. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. Nice and wide now. You should feel different parts of your core with every different variety that we do. And pick it up to tempo. Go, go, go. It should feel like you're running or doing high knees, but facing the floor. Go, go, go. Well done. Take a deep breath. Good job. Let's do those reverse crunches for the lower abs now. Place the ball just actually a little bit below my knees too, is kind of a little inside tip there. Kind of is easier to hold on to. So right in between the knees, just below the knees, cross at the feet. Pull the ball towards your chest as you lift your lower back off the floor. "12 of these reverse crunches. This is a nice one to do on a bench too, if you have one, like the one sitting right behind me. It's a nice way to make this more challenging, is to sit on the edge of a bench and do that. Deepens the movement. All right, time for a med ball chest press or push-ups. I'm not going to demonstrate all 3 levels again because my poor arms will fall off. No, this workout has made me sore for a few days. So you can do the chest press, the kneeling push-ups, or you can just jump right into the advanced version like I'm demonstrating here. Either way, we're going to rock and roll. We'll do 30 seconds, or if you're doing repetitions with me, complete 10. Almost there. Well done. Nice job. I'm proud of you for pushing on that. That's a hard set. You're doing awesome. Alright, up next we're going to do a butterfly sit-up to shoulder press. So your feet are together, your knees out wide, and you're going to lift the ball up over your head at the top of your sit-up. Now if you're somebody that struggles with sit-ups, let me talk directly to you. You can set up your lower body the same as mine, but just interlock your hands behind your head and do butterfly crunches. You might also try bringing the ball over your head right here before you do your sit-up. And actually by pulling the ball over your chest, that might help you kind of give you a little momentum to do your sit-up. So don't do that unless you feel like you're really ready to. Again, adding weight into anything is a step that you have to be ready for. So just some options there if you can't do this version of a butterfly sit-up to press. I love a butterfly sit-up because it's a nice variation, a little less stressful on the hips. Sit-ups get a bad rap for that, tightening up the hips, and I love the shoulder press at the top to work my arms. Speaking of arms, let's work the triceps. So go ahead and just get on the knees, lift the ball over your head, drop it behind, touching the upper back area, and then straighten out or press straight up. Here's what the elbows look like. Inhale down, exhale up. Keep the elbows in, and this should work the back of your arms, your triceps. Try to breathe evenly as you do these. The kneeling position helps avoid any arching, etc. Just think about stacking your shoulders over your hips and knees. You can even think about squeezing your glutes while you do this. Or your butt. It's a fancy way of saying butt. Well done. That was 15 repetitions there for you on the triceps. Alright, next, push the ball away from you at arm's length to get set up. And then plank on your elbows. What we're going to do is just reach towards the ball as a target. So you really don't even need to use the ball. I could have used my dog's little bed there in front of the fireplace. And we're just going to do 10 per side. What we really want to do here is just get some extension and force our core to be our strong base. So feet should be a little bit wide and you're reaching overhead, extending from your lats, reaching towards that target one side at a time. Alright, let's do that circuit again. Butterfly sit up to press, so feet together, knees out, sit up, press overhead at the top. These take some time, so if you choose to do the crunch version or the more modified ball assisted version, you might end up doing a few more reps than us, but that's fine. Make it your own. We've only got, 5 minutes to go. You can do anything. One tip, you might want to exhale as you lift up, right the top. Alright, well done on those. Let's move on to kneeling triceps, one of my favorites. I do love a good tricep, good sore triceps. Just remember to keep the elbows in and really try to get as much range of motion as you can. So really fold those elbows back as much as possible. This is where a lighter or heavier weight using a dumbbell might be appropriate to swap in or out. We're doing 15. Well done. All right, next we're just going to use that ball as a target to work our arms, to work our core, and our core stability. So set those feet up just outside the shoulders, and we're going to do 10 touches per arm, 20 total. Reach, reach, reach. And I'm really using my glutes and my core here as my stable base. And this is a really nice way to be functional in your core training. Reach overhead, extend, stretch all the way from your lats through your core. Beautiful work. Love that exercise. Good job. All right, for our last exercise, like I said, you never just use your legs or just use your arms or just use your core. Usually use your core the most of everything, kind of as the connector there, but we're going to work this in because I love this one. Just a side lunge shift with the ball. So feet really wide, facing straight ahead. You're just going to squat to the right and then squat to the left. Stretching out your adductors, toning your inner thighs. Round 2 on this one, I'll show you a little core chop that we can incorporate, but just kind of stretch the legs out, get the legs fired up. Besides the glute bridge, they didn't get a ton of action today, so just want to bring them into the party a little bit. Same thing as we did with the arms. This was a very core focused workout, but with that being said, we've always got to work the arms and legs a little bit too. So we might have a focus of one thing, but the whole body will work in all 3 planes of movement as well. I'll always incorporate that. Let's just bring it down to rest with a forward bend. You can use your ball if you can't reach towards the floor. So just place your hands on your ball if you can't reach towards the floor. And let's stretch the hamstrings and the low back. Every workout should include all 3 planes of movement, which is sagittal, frontal or lateral, and rotational. All right, side lunge. And now, as you do your side lunge, if you can, try bringing your elbow to your opposite hand, and you're just going to rotate through your core there. Try not to drop your chest too much. You want to sit with your hips, so drop your hips and rotate through your spine, squeezing your core as you bring the elbow to the opposite knee. Now we're really working our rotation muscles and our lateral leg muscles. You can always come back to just this version too if you want, but let's have a little fun here at the end. Thanks for getting functional with me in a fast and efficient manner. A 25-minute workout. It's our 3rd in this series. I'm loving producing these for you guys. So thanks for showing up each week and getting them done. I'm hoping 2020 can be a great year, a great holiday year, even with the circumstances. Forward bend. Stretch it out. We're going to keep working in small spaces with minimal equipment for all of you out there that are quarantined in an apartment or don't have gym access, etc. You're welcome to share these with people that can benefit from them. Let's just try to get everybody moving this season. Movement is medicine. All right, walk those feet in. So now you're in a forward bend. And this is one of my favorite things to do after a good core workout. We did it at the beginning too, but just to feel after all those ab workouts, just to feel your abs kind of lengthen and stretch. I almost think of this as like an ab stretch. So you should feel your hips stretch and your core stretch. Take some deep breaths, stretch out your neck if you'd like, look side to side. Get prepared to conquer that to-do list that you have today. And to end, we'll do a little child's pose stretch. I'm going to elevate my hands on the ball just because it deepens that stretch for me. I can really feel my lats when I do this. And if you haven't done this variation before, I invite you to try it. You can even roll the ball towards one side. That way, now I'm really feeling my right lat and my lower back, really focusing on that right side. If you want to roll it over to the other side, you can obviously feel the other side now getting a good stretch and attention, so it should feel good. Hopefully this workout blessed you and brought you peace and mindfulness during this holiday season. Hopefully your core feels it, as well as your legs and arms a touch too. Well done. Don't forget to check out the other videos and subscribe. I'll see you next week for session 4. Happy holidays. Just a reminder, like I said, subscribe so you stay up to date. You'll get a notification on my next posting. Happy holidays.